So much of this week has been taken up with the government's assault on family farms through their imposition of inheritance tax. And so on Monday night, I spoke at the massive farmers' rally at the Maze. And I think maybe annoyed Minister Muir. What a terrible crime to annoy Minister Muir. But there you go. And then on Tuesday, I was in London for the even bigger national farm protest, where rightly farmers gathered to indicate that they pay their taxes as they go, they build up their farms, they come to the point where it has been passed on, and the government wants another chunk of that on which taxes are already being paid. And the consequence is that because farms are asset rich but cash poor, you couldn't possibly pay the death taxes without selling off land, and so you diminish and reduce the farm and food production and all that goes with it. So for those very good reasons, we continue to fight the government on these issues. Also on Tuesday, I had the opportunity to raise and have a debate in Westminster Hall. Westminster Hall is a place apart from the House of Commons chamber where MPs can debate issues. And I chose, of course, to debate the Windsor Framework, pointing out that far from all the promises that have been made under it, it has not delivered economic progress. Remember the days when President Biden was saying it would bring $6 billion or $6 billion of inward investment from the United States, and because of this magical entry into the European single market. And of course, it's done none of that. And recently invested in, I had to admit there'd been no upturn in foreign direct investment, and for the very simple reason that whatever excess you have to the European single market, it comes at the price of fettering your excess for your raw materials from the GB market through the international customs border that's been put in the REC. And so I dealt with that, and I dealt also with the ridiculous vote that's coming up at Stormont, where they've had to change the law to prevent Stormont operating on the basis that it has to operate on everything else, namely big decisions require cross-community support. They have stripped that out, and they stripped it out for one reason and one reason only, so as unionists couldn't block that which of course they would have wished to block. So I dealt with that. And then other things in the chamber. I've been dealing with the issue of asylum seekers asking, well, we know many illegals come across the channel on boats, but how many come into the United Kingdom through the Republic of Ireland? There was no answer, because of course it's an unmanned border, and we're at risk of being swamped at will by illegals and asylum seekers through the Irish Republic. And of course this week, my forthcoming mutual enforcement bill was published and will come up for debate, second reading debate on the 6th of December. And it's a bill which seeks to restore equilibrium to Northern Ireland's position within the United Kingdom by removing us from this situation where 300 of our areas of law are governed by a foreign parliament, which restores our place within the United Kingdom and which offers to meet the challenge of having a border with the EU by embracing the concept of mutual enforcement. What is mutual enforcement? Well, it's very simple. That one country exporting to another would undertake to enforce the requirements of the recipient country of the goods that are going there, and that the other country would do likewise. And you would back that up with criminal sanction to the fact that a company who doesn't meet the standards of the recipient country that nonetheless exports to them would be brought to book. So a very simple prospect, one of course which was never tried, and the reason it was never tried was that for the EU, Brexit and the protocol was all about making Northern Ireland the price of Brexit. And so that's the battle that lies ahead. And win or lose, and of course, with a huge government majority, it's a huge mountain. But it's important that we get the opportunity to lay all that out, and we will do that on the 6th of December. So, another week come and gone, another week in the battle that sent me here and I think a worthwhile week in terms of what has been achieved.